This is special. This is National Depression and Mental Health Screening Month. 16% of black people in the United States have reported a mental illness. Jay Barnett, former pro footballer turned licensed therapist, author, and speaker, he is actually one of them. After a personal experience contemplating suicide, he turns to therapy to heal from past traumas and from his hurt, and it's helping black men do the same. So it's always good to see my man, my brother Jay. Thanks for starting your day
Mike,
with
how
us,
you
my
doing,
brother.
brother?
I'm so amazing, man. You know, we've talked about this number of times when it comes to it. Both of us are contemplating this, and I've been open about that, contemplated suicide. I told you about my destination and how I was able to kind of move forward when it came to that, my brother, and prayer. What about you? How did you begin your path to healing?
Well, I think my path to healing was first acknowledging that there was something going on in me. And I think that's the difficulty, with us as men at times is that we don't feel that we have the space. And a lot of times we feel that we don't have the permission to actually admit that there's an issue or there's a problem. That was how I was able to get my journey started on the healing process. And as I've spoke about my therapeutic journey and starting therapy and going into that space and being able to be open about some childhood things and some things that I saw that affected me, some things that were traumatizing. And my relationship with football was a very codependent relationship because I
Mm-hmm.
used the game to escape from the pain. And I think many times as men, we use various things to escape from pain, whether it's our career path, whether it's substance abuse, alcohol, and other various vices that we use.
I've been honest about that. Mine was actually women, and I had to go to therapy to kind of get past that, to make me feel better about myself. That's the way I went to. But you brought up being a football player, being this tough, this macho, this black man. We grow up in certain environments, and we're always taught, hey, man, you need to man up. Don't talk about those issues. Don't get help or whatever. How can we encourage our brothers to stop manning up and help them to understand that admitting that they have a problem and that they need help is manning up? Because if you continue to do that, and I always say it's going to be man down, that means 6 feet down, meaning you're going to be in the ground.
Right. And I think the way to do it, Mike, is how you have been using your platform, even with your book, Open Mike, and the book that I just recently released for men, Just Heal Bro, which is a journal for men, which is encouraging men to begin expressing their emotions and feelings. Most of us grew up in families or in communities that did not allow us to be open. And when we were open, we were shut down. So what that did was that created a thought pattern and a belief system for the man that his emotions were not valid, or when he was emotional, that it was a sign of weakness. And as you said, being open and vulnerable about your challenges is not a sign of weakness. It's actually a sign of strength to be able to lean on someone
Mm-hmm.
and to be able to really provide space where you can be open. I think what's important for us as men is oftentimes is how we are viewed. But the message that I want men and brothers to understand is that you're so much more than what you do as your job. I'm concerned about who you are as a person. What are your childhood traumas that you can heal from to help you become a better version of yourself as a man?
Yeah, we got to put in that work, man, and we're doing a better job of breaking down those mental health barriers when it comes to us in the community. And it helps to see athletes coming out and admitting these days that they need that help. All right, so the book is outstanding. 3 elements you got of black mental health. Explain to our audience what those 3 elements of black mental health are.
Yes, the 3 elements for this of black mental health is your emotional. I think we live in this age where no one really wants to feel, and for those who do feel, sometimes they're categorized as being overly emotional or too sensitive. That's just a part of who we are as human beings. I truly believe that God is emotional and He created us, and I truly believe that it's important for us to tap into that. The other element of that is mental. What is your thought process? And then what is your physical? What does your physical look like? Because when you think about depression, the first thing that happens to most of us when we're in depression is we retreat We find dark places. We look to hide. We
Mm-hmm.
look to sleep. We're not taking care of ourselves physically. And when you are not taking care of yourself physically, it's going to impact your emotional and your mental well-being. And if I can go a tad deeper, I think
Mm-hmm.
it was 1 out of 10 Black men experience depression. And right now, Black boys ages 14 to 24, the third leading cause of death is suicide. So we
Wow.
have a lot in front of us, and it's great to share the platform with you to bring awareness to this, because we're getting ready to go into the fall and the holiday season, and SAD, which is seasonal depression, is
Mm-hmm.
a big thing. So I encourage individuals to surround themselves around those that brings them joy, because the
Mm-hmm.
times that season change can also shift your moods as well.
And Jay, it's really important to point out because yeah, we have to do the work ourselves, knowing that we are going through what we're going through and feeling a certain way, and admitting when we need help, because we do go into these dark depressive states sometimes. But it's also important for brothers as friends for me to call and check on you to make sure that you're okay, because sometimes the people that you feel are the strongest are going through the weakest moments. So it's important just to do that. Just talk about before we leave the importance of doing those checkups on your boys, on your friends, on your loved ones. Even if they seem happy, just say, hey, you know what? If you need me, I'm here to talk. Anything you need.
Yeah, that's so important. As I've just lost a family member recently, and he was deceased a few weeks before anyone ever found out. And one of the things that I
Mm,
was asking the family member is, I didn't think anyone had did a wellness check on him, but it just goes to show you, you never know what is happening in people's lives, and that you're truly connected to people and you value friendships, your relationships, partnerships, and whatever that looks like for you. It's so important, and I think it's imperative that as a human being, that I can call and check on my brother and check on my sister just to see how they're doing. And because a lot of times we're running on autopilot. Somebody asks us how we're doing, we begin to talk about what we have going on for us work related. But I think it's important to ask people, how are they doing mentally?
mm-hmm.
Where's your heart? Where's your mind? How are you feeling? Because we can mask things. As we know, this is a world that can mask a lot, and the pandemic showed us
Mm-hmm.
that we haven't really done a great job of dealing with our stuff. And so I think it's important to form communities and find your tribe, for people that are going to embrace you for who you are, but people that's going to pursue you to make sure that you're doing well, and especially in difficult times. But just to check on people, just to check on them, I think that speaks volumes about the individual.
Yeah, we gotta stop. We gotta stop hiding behind that facade and once again check on people. I love you, my brother. I will be
I
checking
love
on
you
you.
too,
I'm
brother.
so proud of the work that you're doing, my brother. Just heal, bro. The book, the
Likewise.
tour. We're gonna get involved and we're gonna make sure that everybody is involved in this. Just heal, bro. Make sure you go out and check out my man Jay Barnett. Thanks so much for joining us this morning on Start Your Day, man. I'll be talking to you soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother. Love you, man.